Namaste. In our previous two videos, we had a glimpse of the six Indian philosophies. Any object or being can be viewed from different angles. One can have a perspective from the front or back, from both sides, or from top or bottom. The same object looks different. It also looks different under different lightings. Similarly, life and knowledge have been viewed from different perspectives by different people at different points of time. That's how the different philosophies have emerged. Samkhya, the oldest philosophy, gives the theory of creation, duality, and the trigunas, while Nyaya philosophy looks at life through logic and reasoning. Vaisheshika explores the unique qualities and their effects, while Purva Mimamsa focuses totally on the rituals prescribed by Vedas. Yoga gives the practical application of Samkhya, and Vedanta is knowledge oriented and deals with study of Veda Sutras and Upanishads. Now, let us start with the study of Samkhya philosophy and learn from Guruji. Now let us listen to Guruji Dr. H.S. Sinha on Samkhya philosophy. One of the Indian theistic philosophies which believed in the Vedas was Samkhya Darshan. Samkhya followers said that the 9 tenets of the Vaisheshika philosophy are not true. Nevertheless, they believed in the foundation of the 9 tenets, that is, Prakriti. Meaning of Prakriti is not the nature that we generally see. Prakriti means before creation. It refers to the state of universe before creation. How was it? It was only potentiality and no actuality. The universe had the potential to produce everything that we see today, but there was nothing in reality. That is the reason Prakriti is called Sarvagarbhaya. Everything in the universe has come out of the womb of Prakriti. Samkhya also provided the foundation for science and scientific approach. Newton and all other scientists believed that ex nihilo nihil fit, meaning nothing comes from nothing. It is common sense that nothing cannot produce something. From zero, only zero can be produced, which means that only nothing can be produced from nothing. It also implies that only something can produce something. Samkhya believes that Prakriti is infinity and one cannot know the beginning or the end of Prakriti. Prakriti is also infinite in terms of time, since it will keep on producing something and it is an endless process of creation. It is said, Nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sataha. That which is not existing cannot manifest itself. Since ghee is not present in water, ghee cannot be produced from water. The source of all things is Prakriti. Prakriti is not considered to be matter. It is perceived to be a quality or guna. There are 3 gunas. Sato guna, which absorbs the light and it is attributed to the white color present in Prakriti. Rajoguna indicates the activity in Prakriti. Samkhya had understood the inherent activity in nature much before the scientists proved it in the 20th century. Before 20th century, Newton gave the law of inertia, which presumed that matter is inert and remains at rest unless and until acted upon by an equal and opposite external force. But Einstein, who came later, proved that motion is inherent in matter. Samkhya philosophy stated long back that motion is inherent in Prakriti in the form of Rajoguna, and creation and destruction happen solely due to this activity. Tamoguna is the state of rest or inertia, which is also associated with darkness. It indicates lack of activity. When all the 3 gunas are in an equilibrium state, creation does not happen in Prakriti. Samkhya also believed in another tattva, that is Purusha, which is pure consciousness, which is not active. Purusha does not change with time and remains inert. It's a pure light which illuminates Prakriti. Prakriti, which has the potentiality to produce, is always ready to manifest in some form. The light of Purusha activates the Rajoguna in Prakriti and enables creation. Since Purusha is inactive, he is also waiting to explore himself and needs a medium to express himself. When Prakriti and Purusha come together, it's like a union of two entities. The example given is that of a blind person and a lame person who are caught in the midst of a wildfire and they help each other to come out of the forest. The lame person knows the way but cannot walk, while the blind person can walk but cannot see the way. Prakriti is compared to the lame while Purusha is compared to the blind. Purusha imposes himself on Prakriti and this causes imbalance in the gunas present in Prakriti. Thus, Prakriti, which holds the potentiality, manifests itself in different forms when the light of Purusha activates its gunas. This is perceived as creation. There are 25 principles or tattvas which are responsible for creation. The equation between Purusha and Prakriti is similar to that of a spectator watching the dance performance of a lady. He gets lost in the performance so much so that he forgets his own identity. He starts having all the emotions portrayed by the dancer. Another example is that if a mirror is aware that it is only reflecting the face that is standing in front of it, the mirror is not bothered whether the face is beautiful or ugly, dark or fair. On the contrary, if the mirror identifies itself with all the faces it is reflecting, it will be happy at times and unhappy otherwise. If Purusha remains detached from Prakriti, it will not undergo any of the Vikritis. There are three types of anxieties caused by the changes in the three gunas in Prakriti. This is quite similar to the three types of anxieties described by the famous psychologist Sigmund Freud. They are the id anxiety, ego anxiety, and the superego anxiety. Id anxiety, or the anxiety arising out of tamoguna, pertains to satisfaction of sensory pleasures or sexual gratification. So, id anxiety arises when one is worried about the sexual gratification. When an entity receives respect and recognition in society, his yearning for sexual gratification is reduced to a certain extent. The ego anxiety starts when an entity rises above id and is in search of social acceptance and recognition. This is akin to the vikritis of Rajoguna. The third type of anxiety, called the superego anxiety, generally affects great personalities. This is caused by standards of morality accepted by the entity. Freud said that a religious man is as insane as a corrupt man since moral anxiety is very high in both. Jain monks have a high level of moral anxiety. Even a small ant crossing their path causes them anxiety due to their staunch belief in ahimsa. Thus, the three gunas of Prakriti keep causing anxieties in Purusha and he keeps finding ways of overcoming the anxiety. Since Samkhya does not have any solution for Purusha to overcome these anxieties, he is directed towards yoga, which is known as the practical philosophy. In this video, Guruji has given an introduction to Samkhya philosophy. He has discussed Prakriti, which is a potentiality, and he has discussed the three gunas of Prakriti. He has also elaborated about the consciousness or the Purusha, who is the observer. Let's learn more about Samkhya in the next video of Guruji.